私は誰かに愛されたかったの。願いは叶ったわ。ギアスのおかげで私はあらゆるものに愛された。
This is Ashley with WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 anime powers we wish were real.
This might be too much for me.
For this list, we'll be looking at the abilities used by anime characters across the medium that we'd love to get our hands on. What would you do if you could pull off some of these feats? And how long before you abuse your power? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, you can catch me on Twitter at AshJBo, so head over there, give me a follow, and let me know which anime list you want to see next. Number 20, Triggers and Trion. Will Trigger. The cornerstone of the dimensional civilization known as the Neighbors, Trion is an energy source that can be used to power and manipulate the technology known as triggers. While primarily used for military purposes, many of its functions could make life easier for non-combatants. Stuck in a sticky situation and eager to escape? Just use Bailout to teleport yourself back home.
残念だけど、そりゃ無理だ。
Having an existential episode about the frailty of human life, a Trion body will keep you in good stead. Bored at home? Load up your own hologram playlist. Just be ready to erase your browser history.
手下の国が近づいてくるって分かればヒュースは必ず動くぜ。国伝いにアフトクラトルに帰るチャンスだからな。
Number 19, Spiral Power, Gurren Lagann. What is it? How does it function? How can you harness it? The answer to all these queries is simple. Man up! Yeah, that pretty much seems to be the trick behind the oldest power in the galaxy. Humans going balls to the wall alpha with their convictions, and in doing so are granted the strength to accomplish their impossible goal, with the cosmos sort of folding in on itself to accommodate.
お守り代わりに拝借してきたグレン・ラガンのドリル使わせてもらうぜ
Can you imagine how much we could accomplish if we just channeled our inner Kamina on occasion? Whew. Number 18, Bit Beasts, Beyblade. Let's be honest, Bey battling in the playground back when we were kids wasn't nearly as fun as it was supposed to be. Screaming didn't make the blades go faster, they mostly stayed in one place, and most importantly, they didn't summon ancient monsters capable of bringing about the apocalypse. If Bit Beasts were a thing, Beyblading would become a national sport overnight. Imagine having a professional career playing spinning tops that happen to house your very own monster pets. One can only dream.
Tyson has done it! He's used Max's attack against him and won the match!
Number 17, Pyrokinesis, Fire Force. Not that we'd encourage anyone to play with fire, and if the byproduct of being a third-generation pyro user would be a widespread infection of spontaneous human combustion, well, maybe we'd give this a miss. However, if we're purely talking about Shinra's fiery footwork, then this is an easy want. Yeah, you would wreck your trainers each time you took off, but flying around at high speed with jet burners for feet sounds pretty awesome.
だったら俺は悪にとっての悪魔になる
Plus, you've got the abilities of the other pillars to consider. we're sure local fire departments would benefit from being able to freeze time or sense incoming blazes. Pretty good. Number 16, The End. Mecha Box. It's easy to call this abnormality cheap or OP because it is. By simply observing a person displaying a skill, Mecha isn't only able to instantly master it, but perfect it well beyond the scope of the original user. To be more accurate, whoever gains control of the end can boost any talent upwards of 120%, eclipsing all others. Now this might make you a lazy bastard in hindsight, but just think of everything you'd accomplish. Cooking, languages, art, music, economics, sports, hentai, there'd be nothing you couldn't max out. Number 15, Doppo Poet, Bungo Stray Dogs. Ironic that while in comparison to the rest of his armed detective companions, Kunikira's ability seems rather lackluster, and yet is probably the one most of us would find the most convenient. Think about it. Turning into a were-tiger? Sounds fun, but you're gonna leave fur everywhere. But being able to summon anything at any time, that's handy. Sure, it can't extend beyond the size of a notebook, but just think how much you can get out of it. Non-stop video games, donuts, and manga, here we come. Number 14, Assets. See, the money of soul and possibility of control. So, let us get this straight. You can bet your fortune and your future into summoning a cute and powerful monster waifu who then battles on your behalf in organized duels?
Let's breathe out.
The results of which are determined by how much moolah you invest into them, potentially allowing the winner to make bank in a single brawl.
Open deal.
At this point, he can repeat the cycle and power up his assets before moving on to another so-called deal. Move over Wall Street, this is how it should be done. Number 13, Geass, Code Geass. This one is a doozy. These pairs of superpowered peepers manifest themselves depending on the willpower and wants of the individual. And while the effects differ, the results are crazy. Seeing into the immediate future, suspending someone in time, altering memories, transferring consciousness, all heavy hitters. Though we can all agree the one most would love to get their sockets on would be the Power of Kings belonging to Lelouch and C2.
私は誰かに愛されたかったの。願いは叶ったわ。ギアスのおかげで私はあらゆるものに愛された。
Absolute obedience and having everyone love you? It's wish fulfillment to the nth degree, which is what makes them so dangerous. Number 12, Goku Uniforms, Kill la Kill. You are what you wear, minus the part where life fibers are actually aliens that one day plan to replace humanity. Having outfits that can instantly become crazy-ass armor sounds like a win to us. It's a bit of a roulette, depending on which threads you're given. End up with a 1-star, chances are that it will give you the power to do something useless like perfectly fold napkins. Get a 3-star, prepare for awesomeness as you become a towering armored warrior with insane abilities. Get a Kamui! Not only do you become the strongest, but your clothes become a companion. Only issue being your new form might be a tad on the, well, revealing side. Number 11, Super Saiyan, Dragon Ball Z. It's kind of obvious, right? We all want to channel our inner Goku and Gohan, screaming our lungs out before transforming into the warrior of legend. We do have to preface this by saying it would only be awesome if the amount of said Super Saiyans were extremely limited. If everyone could do it, it wouldn't be as fun. Plus, it might have some dire consequences for anyone who gets too trigger happy with their ki. Regardless, we wouldn't be anime fans if we didn't want that iconic spiky blonde look.
It is a secret we have known before Gohan could even form words in his mouth. Through fights with Reddits, Garlic Jr., the Ginyu Force, and even Frieza, we've caught glimpses of the child's explosive power.
Number 10, New Type, Mobile Suit Gundam. A new stage in human evolution, new types are what happens when you're raised in space and the body needs to adapt. While it doesn't cause anything unsightly like growing extra limbs, it does grant a sixth sense. One that not only increases the user's reaction time, but also a sense of special awareness that defies logic.
Look out! Who's that?
Put all that together and what do you get? Increased physical and mental capacities that would easily allow you to triumph in daily life. Or pilot a giant robot if you have any lying around. That's what we really want.
I got it!
Huh? What's wrong? Did he find us?
Number 9, The Zone. Kuroko's basketball. We're not talking about a state of zen-like focus that can allow a sportsman to cancel out any noise. This particular zone is a full-on superpower.
ゾーン余計な思考感情が全てなくなりプレイに没頭する極限の集中状態
Accompanied by lightning-esque streams that stem from the user's eyes. By accessing the hidden door within themselves, just go with it, an athlete can push themselves beyond their limits, achieving incredible agility, precision, and speed. Essentially turning a game of high school basketball into an event beyond Olympic level. You'd certainly get more people into the sports if everyone could tap into it. Number 8, Stands. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. There's no limit to what these things can do, and depending on which psychic attack ghost you end up lampooned with, they're either going to make life crazy amazing or an absolute misery. Star Platinum and the world can let you freeze time. Pearl Jam and Cinderella can turn your body into peak condition.
私の理想とする料理を求めて世界中を旅してた時に初めて自分のこの能力に気づいたのです
And Gold Experience Requiem allows you to pull off God's reverse Uno card.
確かにお前の能力が実際に起こす動きを見ているしかし実際に起こる真実に到達することは決してない
Of course, getting one in the first place involves being hit by an alien-infected arrow, and if you survive that, you might end up with something like Cheap Trick for a stand. No thanks.
Nani?
Number 7, Genome Arbor, Non-Priorum. Problem children are coming from another world, aren't they? Simple yet effective, everyone wants to be able to converse with animals.
よかったなお嬢
お嬢に人間の友達ができてわしも嬉しいわ。
Just think of all the benefits of being able to befriend every beast out there. You'd be able to have your own entourage of koalas, ask polar bears if they can do something about the ice caps, ask an eagle about where your keys are, even go surfing with dolphins.
喧嘩はダメ。
The added bonus here is that just by making contact with them, the user can take on an animal's traits. It's Anime Doolittle. Number 6, Super Recycling, the Law of Ueki. While it's not the most useful of abilities to have when heading into a tournament arc to decide who becomes the next god, this celestial gift is something the world could definitely benefit from.
So what do you think?
Instantly replacing trash with trees? That'd be pretty handy right about now.
Power to change trash into trees.
A tree is a shield?
As Ueki demonstrated, there are ways that tree conversion can be used in a battle if you think outside the box. But for the rest of us, being able to swap out garbage piles for a mini forest would be fine enough.
This might be too much for me.
Number 5, Devil Fruits, One Piece. Hope you're up to date on your pomology, otherwise it's down to the luck of the draw on what incredible power you receive. One that will rob you of your ability to swim, but in exchange will alter your body in unimaginable ways. While mostly used for combat, the breadth of Oda's creations are so varied that you can easily incorporate it into your daily routine. If you're a Logia, you can forget about being damaged by anything ever again.
そして当然俺もおめえの仲間にゃならねえ。
Chow down on a zone, and you'll be able to take on the properties of animals. As for Paramecia, just hope the body modifications aren't too garish. Number 4, Return by Death. ReZero starting life in another world. Alright, hear us out. Sure, for someone like Subaru, who spends every day getting brutally murdered by villains, monsters, and bunnies, coming back from the dead is the gateway to an endless cycle of trauma. For the rest of us, coming back via a sudden demise would be, well, actually pretty handy. That poor bastard who didn't look both ways before crossing the street, fell on a kitchen knife, walked into a lion enclosure. Instead of a Darwin Award, it's just an unfortunate incident easily reversed. Number 3, Jutsu, Naruto series. Most of these killer ninja techniques might make that whole stealth thing utterly redundant, but it makes up for it with incredible variety. You've got your typical elemental manipulation, but the real fun comes from its more out there techniques. Sharingan allows you to copy and retain anything you cast your gaze on.
俺を倒せるのは同じ血形限界を持つシャリンガン使いだけだ。
8 gates. Boost your body's strength to its limit and beyond. Clone Jutsu. Create an army of copies to go to work on your behalf. Summoning Jutsu. I mean, who hasn't dreamed of owning a giant frog? Number 2, Great Sage. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Usually having a voice in your head would be something to be concerned about, but in this instance, it's like having a very capable Siri acting as your co-pilot.
解ユニークスキル大賢者の効果です。能力が定着したため反応を速やかに行うことが可能となりました。
While it can't pull a Rimuru and absorb the powers of others, this conceptual intelligence is the ultimate search engine. It can analyze anything and everything its master sees, while also accelerating their thought process. Got a question? Need an instant solution? The Sage can do it all.
魔鉱石魔素の濃度の高い場所にある鉱石が長い年月をかけて魔素を取り込んで変異した石。
And if you're too lazy to do anything yourself, you can always let it control your body for a while until the task is completed.
亮オートバトルモードへ移行します。
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Alchemy. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. There's nothing that can't be accomplished with the power of science. Though being able to craft and create literally anything via transmutation circles would certainly help. Alchemy, while dangerous in the wrong hands, could be a major benefit for everyone, and not just those wanting to create their own medieval arms collection. With its construction elements, repairs become instantaneous.
そんじゃ行きます。
これでいいかな。
With its destruction element, reducing waste into nothing is taken care of in a literal flash. The potential is limitless. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.